Um, okay. I'm just setting up everything right now. Just making sure the chat's enabled, all the details are enabled. I set, because it said it wouldn't change them earlier. So now the chat should work in theory, which is sick. Fuck, I messed that up. Okay. Um, okay. Alright. Okay, I'm just gonna send out a tweet just saying streaming in case anyone cares. Okie dokie. Alright. Well, that was... Okay, so last time, all my hopes and dreams died. That was pretty cool. So this time, I'm just gonna grind a bit. Because it's just gonna be mostly grinding and I'm not that interesting of a person, this is probably gonna be a relatively boring stream, which is kinda sad. But, it's kind of what needs to happen. Okay. Okay. Click that one, and I just gotta get the... Okay, so we might have someone join in a bit, maybe after the hour mark. I'm gonna try to stream for a long ass time today. Alright, so I'm just configuring the stuff on my second monitor. Just to make it a bit, you know, easier for me to do everything. No, we're just doing this, and then we're gonna get the stream that to there. Yeah. You don't need that up, so I'll minimize that, and then we'll just have this, and that's up. No, that's not how I should do it. I'm just configuring stuff. I haven't streamed in a while. And so I'm pretty sure that one viewer is just me looking at the YouTube thing. Because I looked back on the last thing and found out that it just said that it, just wasn't... Oh, fuck. TS4 Windows isn't on. That makes things harder. Alright, now speed up is now enabled, which makes things infinitely faster. So you know that's what speed up does. Okay, so we're going to grind... Alright, I'm looking for places to grind right now, just so I can figure out where it would be beneficial to be right now. I think 47 would be a better place to grind, but it's a lot farther from the Pokedex. Let's figure this out. So, like, today was pretty annoying. I drew all day today. Was the correct term drawed? I don't know. But I was doing that all day today, which made everything else kind of annoying just because it just wasn't working. Like, I was drawing a thing, I just couldn't get it to look right. It just looked awful. I couldn't get it to get the way I wanted it to be or anything else. So it was just not very fun. No, it was fun, but it wasn't very... we're gonna go train on Route 47 instead. But it just overall wasn't very... It was fun, but it just ended up not being a good drawing, so I'm gonna end up scrapping it tomorrow and just sketching using that one as a reference of a reference of a reference. God fucking damn it. Okay. Controller's back up and running. The controller just stopped there, that's why I stopped moving. The good thing about training like all surfing, is that you get so much more Pokemon encounters than like wild grass or in caves or anything. Also, this is annoying. I was looking through the original post where I got the Moemon hack from, and it was a pretty awful... Not awful, that's not the right term. The quality for the sprites wasn't as high for that one. Because there's been many Moemon projects, I'm pretty sure. There's been like a lot of them. And this particular one was a fire red and leaf green. And then there was like more of a ROM hack for that game. Basically, if you enabled a randomizer, it would get Pokemon all the way up to Gen 4 in that game. But the Krabby sprite looks so much worse. So that's what that looks like now, but it used to not have the tomboy flair that everyone loves. I also hate how I kind of ruined the TM setup of everyone. Not TM, HM setup of everyone here. I just made it kind of annoying. Because now all of the, I wanted to teach Biscuit Fly and the Ludicolo Surf, but I switched them up because I was, you know, in depravity or whatever the word is. Not depravity, but like stressed, like panicking, because my team got wiped, and I also had to go pee really bad. Like, really bad. Like, you don't understand. I'm drinking like 4 or 5 hydro flasks a day, just because I need to get more water, because, you know, surgery be like that, and it's kind of annoying. I say kind of a lot. You know, I wonder why I do that. Cause like I don't know anyone who says kinda. And I stubbed my heel on the chair that I'm sitting in, and that's kind of hard to do. Have you tried stubbing like a body part on a chair? It's not very easy. Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of this chair, I just wanted to say that it's really annoying that one of the wheels on this chair is broken, because I got it from a friend of my parents. They're like, hey, I don't want this chair anymore. I'm like, cool, new chair. It's leather and it's nice and soft. Problem is that they said it was like brand new, but the leather on the armrest is wear and tear. The back seat broke earlier this year. I don't know how, but it did, and I was able to somehow fix it, barely. But the worst part is that the way office chairs work is that they're like 2 discs. They're 2 discs, like basically, to my understanding, they're like 2 discs on either side with like an axle in the middle. One of the discs on one of the wheels is missing, making this infinitely harder. Also, I probably should be giving him like a power brace or something. What's your strongest stat? Stronger attack or special attack? Okay, attack. You're getting the power brace. Where is it? Power brace. Power bracer. Okay. We'll deal with the rest of that later. Oh, you know, cool. Just okay. So I've been infatuated with, I'm just gonna talk about how I got like introduced to Moemon. So I've been like a fan of anime for a long time now. I've probably been like watching anime of some form ever since I've been watching Pokemon. No, I'll start with anime first. So I watched the Pokemon anime back in like 3rd grade because a friend was a fan of the trading card game. But before that, the main cartoon I was interested in was the Sonic cartoon from the 90s. So I watched that, and I was like, cool, I love this cartoon character, Sonic the Hedgehog, not knowing he was a video game character. I thought it was just for the cartoon, because they didn't advertise the games in the cartoon. Anyway, so that was my first cartoon, and then I didn't know it was a video game until way later. Well, no, I knew it was a video game because I googled it, and I watched YouTube videos on it, early Let's Plays. And I found anime through Pokemon, and I found Pokemon through a friend of mine who introduced it to me. And so I was super into Pokemon. And by that, I mean I watched Pokemon for the last 6 months. I watched Cartoon Network Pokemon for the last 6 months. We had our DVR. And so after that, I got the game. After that, I just like was passive Pokemon fan. But then I was like into Pokemon for a bit, and then I got out. I was like still actively following the anime and stuff. I never played the games until X. But I then got into anime around 5th grade, watching Fairy Tail and Naruto, which now I hated them back then because I'm like, why does it take 10 minutes? I remember I would literally skip halfway through a Naruto episode every time. So there's like 10-minute episodes. They were literally just 10-minute episodes when I would watch them, just because like that's how awful the filler was in OG Naruto. And I don't like Naruto, but that's how I got in the anime, and I liked them now. I liked them then. I was like, oh, this is cool. And so I went around Netflix and Hulu, and there was this girl I was trying to impress, because, you know, 5th grade me, I've always had a lot of, I'm really good with the ladies, in case you can't tell. you know, I'm playing Moemon, that means I must have gotten, you know, all the Snatch. Anyway, so, I was trying to brag to this girl about being an otaku, but we were both in 5th grade, and so both of us were like, otaku's the cool word for anime fan, it's just synonymous with it, it's vice versa. So I would look up anime memes in Google Images and scroll through for pages upon pages upon pages. That was my main social media platform, just Google Images. Also, Biscuit leveled up, sweet. So I went through Google Images and I found this Lucky Star Impact font meme from before I was born. So I was behind on memes for a long time. And so I showed that to her, and that was my wallpaper. And I watched I hate Lucky Star now just because younger me was so nerdy about it. Like, I watched Lucky Star, Kill la Kill, Your Lie in April, and Sailor Moon. Those were the main ones I watched, but I didn't finish any of them. I didn't finish Lucky Star, didn't finish Your Lie in April, didn't finish any of them. I don't remember anything about Your Lie in April other than Piano Man. And trying to get a 5th grader to enjoy Your Lie in April is not very easy. I still don't want to watch it yet until I have someone else to watch it with. But anyway, you know, I'm watching all these, and so we would go over to the playground, and I would play the I had this after school thing because my parents worked far away, and so I was like in this daycare thing after school ended. I hate this memory, but I would play these anime openings while I was racing the other kids. And it was so cringy looking back on it, but 5th grade me didn't know what cringe was. And I hate him. And so I would play the Kill la Kill opening, and they're like, oh, what's that song from? It sounds like weird. It's not like English. Is that American? So I showed them to it, and you Kill la Kill. It's a pretty interesting show. And so they got weirded out by that, because, you know, I'm the 5th grader watching Kill la Kill. But that's just how that happened. That's just how that's how I got into that. And so, like, I more got into YouTube after that point. I took a bit of a break from anime, and I didn't really start my anime list until, I think, last year or the year before. I watched... Oh, what anime did I watch back then? I watched OG. I watched anything that you could find on Netflix, basically, and had an English dub. Because I still do prefer dubs now, compared to subs, just because I like being able to look away for a bit and still understand what they're talking about. Controller broke, by the way, that's why the battle's stopping. I like to be able to step away and look away for a bit, and not, like, I don't want to have to give my entire attention to, like, a show. Like, even though I love the animation in the show, and that's the main thing I go there for, animation and the plot, I usually like to be able to turn away and to, like, just, like, go to the restroom without having to have my eyes on it the whole time to read. Because I have a hard time reading in a moving space, just because my eyes take a while to focus back and forth. So, I never finished any of those shows. I never finished Oran High School Host Club. I never finished Fruits Basket OG. I never finished them. I just would watch, like, half of them and then forget what happened and then go on. Or get weirded out because I didn't know what the words meant. Or, like, what does Sean mean? Like, what does Sean mean? Why do they keep saying that? It sounds really weird and kind of icky. Okay, and so I really found my favorite anime. It was last year, and I just was like, this is real. Oh my god. I am an awful person. Anyway, it was probably like last year, and I found... I knew what the Index series was for a while, because I saw a Giguk video on it, the whole Giguk video on why you should watch Index, or whatever, the Toaru series. And in case you guys don't know, I love the Toaru series. I literally follow like a bunch of like out of context accounts. I'm super big into them. I've watched every single one of the shows. I'm an anime only, just because I don't have my own source of income. My microphone couldn't have picked up that snap because my snap is a weak sauce. Anyway, I found that last year, and then I watched all of the tutorial series. Because I found about it a couple years before, but I was like, I don't really want to have to deal with the whole timeline thing. And so instead of, you know, looking for the proper day to watch it, I decided I'm just going to look through Hulu and see if there's anything else there. And I saw a Kneecaps video. And in case you guys don't know, Kneecaps is like a, he's a YouTuber. He makes like short form comedy videos with like, about a certain topic. For example, he'll say, what's an example? I guess he would say like, this one game he was playing, and he would just, not exactly what it was, but it was like a pay to win, it was like a free to play, like, PvP game with the anime characters, and he would talk about that, and he uses stock photos and stock pictures to portray his emotions, and it's super funny. And I found one about something, I don't remember what it was exactly, but all I remember is, that's really cool, tentacles, great, but all I remember is that, it was a, he was talking about Inuyasha, and I watched Inuyasha during the whole watch half of the series and stop watching it phase. Fuck Christ, that's a lot. It was during that phase, that's when I watched Inuyasha, and Inuyasha for the first time. Anyway, so I knew what it was. I knew, like, the style of Inuyasha. And so, I was looking. I was, like, watching this video. I was like, oh, I know what Inuyasha is. What's this Ranma 1/2 thing? And so I looked it up on Hulu, and I watched it, and I watched all the way up to the last season until I stopped watching, so I watched it in the entirety of the summer. And I watched, like, that was all I did that summer. I just watched all of that, and then I just watched all that with maybe a couple YouTube videos in between. I just watched every single episode of Ranma 1/2. And I stopped at the last season until, like, there's, like, maybe only one season left. Just because I was like, I came here to get Ranma anime profile pictures. But they're showing less of the girl Ranma and more of the characters I don't care about. I'm going to continue this later, but I have to go take a leak. I'll be right back. Okay, so I was talking about Ranma 1/2, and so I watched Ranma 1/2 and I loved it. The first season, I liked a lot. It was really good. It was nice, entertaining, and had plenty of girl Ranma in it. So I just wanted the girl Ranma profile pictures. But, and also I liked the comedy of the show. But here's the problem. As soon as Happosai got introduced, the show got worse. In case you don't know, Happosai is the typical old pervert man, like not stereotype, but character type. House Party's $18 on Steam. Anyway, Happosai made the show suck, and like luckily he was gone for a lot of that season. He got introduced in a like one-off episode, and he was a one-off character in my opinion. He didn't deserve to come back. So Happosai made everything bad. So I like all the characters except for two. I hate Shampoo and I hate Happosai because they both take over like the scene so much and so like entirely. If an episode has them in it, it's all about them. And Shampoo came with her simp, and I didn't like this simp on Shampoo because apparently because Shampoo had a simp. And how could the simp talk normally? But Shampoo's like, no, Ranma, Ranma, husband. Shampoo, Ranma, wife. And, like, talk like that. God. But, like, as you know, I still watched the dub, and I thought the dub was really cool. But then they changed the voice actor for Ranma around, like, near the end of the show. Oh, yeah, also, I didn't like the school principal. He was just kind of tacky, and it wasn't very fun. Although it could have been a lot worse. Because in the Japanese, he says, like, American phrases, right? And so they were able to translate in the dub pretty well by making him, like, obsessed with Hawaii. God, all these moves are awful. Holy shit. 55? All the other moves are better. God, that's awful. That's disappointing. Oh yeah, the school principal. Characters I don't like. I loved Rama. But I didn't like fucking Shampoo, her simp, the principal, and Haposai. Those guys just took over the scene and didn't let time for Ranma to shine. I'm not gonna learn cross chop, because it's not better than any of these moves. Submission is 80, which is pretty powerful. Rock Smash is 85. The submission takes damage on it. Reversal is inconsistent. I'm not gonna forget anything yet. Anyway, so I watched every single. Oh fuck! I gotta go back and get all the apricots. I totally forgot about the apricots. Okay, well we'll do that right now while I talk about Ranma. So I watched all the episodes. I loved it. Because I know I'm repeating points, that's my bad scene. But I got a bunch of profile pictures, and Girl Ranma's the main part. And that's the whole point of the show. It's this guy. The show could have been so much better if they focused a bit more on Ranma growing as, like, a character. Even though I know it's a comedy. And he does show a bit of growth, but, like, not very much growth at all. Because he's just, he's actually made to be, like, a sexist person who's forced to live on the other side of the shoe. That could be made into some really interesting, like, character moments too if they really wanted to, but they didn't. And so I watched, and it was really fun. It was really fun and enjoyable. But then it just started taking a decline because the whole thing is about Ranma learning and mastering different martial arts, different martial arts in the Sao Tome school of anything goes martial arts. And so one of the things he ends up learning is, like, speed eating, but he calls it eating martial art, and the whole thing about it is a technique where you go on for 48 hours without eating by shoving your food in the other person's mouth so fast that they can't, you know, keep up. And the main thing that annoys me there is that that's already a sport. It's called speed eating. You didn't have to make it martial. You didn't have to put, like, martial arts from France on it. It's just from France, and I'm pretty sure that France isn't really well known for their speed eating, unless I'm completely wrong. But I don't know. Let's get off of Ranma. I'm starting just to repeat myself, but. Let's talk about video games. So, Mike, nah, I don't want to talk about video games. Let's think something else. Like, shows I'm watching recently. I recently finished ReZero, and I finished ReZero. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm doing multiple things at once. I finished ReZero Season 2 and Railgun T. Oh, and that's fucking amazing. You know, just poison. That's cool. Anyway, I finished ReZero Season 2 and Railgun T. And I love those. I watched those weekly. And the problem with Railgun T is that I watched the dub weekly as it came out, but then COVID hit and made everything annoying. And so the dub got delayed. And so I basically, by the end of the first arc, I was still, like, before the story had really started, really. And that kind of just made things a bit awkward, because I just waited. I was also watching Fruits Basket Season 2 and Tower of God, but I just wasn't interested in maintaining Tower of God by the time I got to the last episode. And the Fruits Basket Season 2 just wasn't hitting it for me. I just didn't like the opening, and I had to listen to that over and over. And I watched a good bit of season 2, but I just didn't like it all that much. Let's think what else. What other things I can talk about? We're only 14 minutes in, and I'm already struggling for ideas. I think, like, I'm listening to a lot of podcasts, right? I've been listening to podcasts ever since 2017, probably, when I first got my Switch, because one of the games I got off my Switch was Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And in case you guys don't know, Xenoverse 2 is a very grindy game, I guess. You have to fight battles multiple times to get a drop rate for a move that you can attach to your characters or whatever, or to get all the characters. I never got all the characters, but I played custom characters. I made my own custom characters, and I played through the entire story with them multiple times. I played through that story so many times. That's mainly how I experienced the story of Dragon Ball. I read most of the manga of, like, Dragon Ball, like, halfway through. I read some part of the I read Dragon Ball Z. I read the manga for Dragon Ball Z, so I remember I had to do it for a book report. I didn't have to read Dragon Ball Z, I just, like, didn't read the books, and I don't normally read books right now. So I just decided, you know what, they didn't say you can't read manga, so I read manga. So, here I am. So I played Dragon Ball Xenoverse on Switch. And I read the Dragon Ball manga, and I watched the Dragon Ball I watched the Dragon Ball anime. Like the OG Dragon Ball anime. I loved it. I got around halfway through until I just ended up forgetting where I was and not wanting to rewatch the entire series to remember how I got there. Or I don't know if I finished it or not. I think I might have I think I'm probably watching a Kiss anime on my phone and switched to my computer and ended up skipping a bunch of episodes and might have watched the ending there. But I'm pretty sure I either watched all of it or was very close, because I don't think I finished it. Anyway, then I watched Dragon Ball... Did I watch Dragon Ball Z? I don't know. I don't think I ever got to watch Dragon Ball Z. I think I just, was watching... I don't know. I don't know what I was watching. Okay, so... That's how I got in the podcast, was Dragon Ball Xenoverse, and I needing something to do while I play the same story over and over again. And so I stayed with Dragon Ball Xenoverse. You don't understand how much I played that game. I stayed with it from about 43. Okay, good. There are black apricorns here, so I have to go over here. But I stuck with Dragon Ball Xenoverse from when I got it all the way up until just after the Just Roll With It podcast came out. Oh fuck. Okay. I could have died there. That almost killed Taya. That was bad. I shouldn't have sent Taya out to fight because it only has 60 HP. God, that's bad. That's really bad. Oh god. But that's all I got into podcast. And the first podcast I got into was the Loudmouths podcast, which was it was a podcast that lasted for around 25 to 50 episodes, consisting of drama YouTuber FPS Diesel, and then Reddit YouTuber Wild Spartans. So I listened to that because I watched their content at the time, and I still watch Wild Spartans content today just because it's easy to fall asleep to, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's how I got into podcasts, and then I got into the It's Obvious gaming podcast, but I dropped out because the episodes ended up being like 30 years long 90% of the time, and it was really annoying to like have to sit through all that. So I ended up dropping the podcast relatively recently. I think I made it relatively far, but I was kind of a dumb kid, and so I added Luna videos, and Luna videos were like, they were just like, it was like wannabe Leafy. So I basically had like Leafy videos playing in my podcast playlist. So I listened to those until I eventually got tired of having my podcast just be super long, so I took a break from them, then just never added them back. Then I added I added another podcast. I added the Just Roll With It podcast, but I just couldn't keep up with that one. It was just, I was playing video games and grinding most of the time. I just couldn't keep up. I was starting another podcast. I played so many video games just to listen to podcasts. It was insane. I had a couple one-off episodes from a couple other people. It was a pretty big playlist. But more recently, I listen to the official podcast now, and I've listened for around a year-ish, I think. So we got the official podcast in there. I don't remember all the other ones, but right now I'm trying to get, oh yeah, Gus and Eddie. I love the Gus and Eddie podcast. I haven't binged all the episodes, because I don't really want to, but I haven't missed an episode since I've started. I love the Gus, it's so good. Oh, one of my favorite podcasts right now is the Snark Tank with Chris Reagan, some black guy, and Tom Sweeney. I am really bad at. I think Tom Sweeney's a different person. I'm pretty sure he is, but still. Those two podcasts, I like that podcast a lot. It makes me burst out into tears sometimes. But then they also talk about politics some other times, and I don't like politics because I'm kind of surrounded with them, so I don't really like them all that much. But what do you gotta do about it? They usually keep it relatively brief, or at least make it funny while they do it. And I'm not sending him out. I'm not sending Taya out against Reggie. I'm going to send out Biscuit just because I don't want anyone to die again. That would be kind of annoying. So right now I got back. I'm trying to do art, as you guys know, and I looked up a couple of art things and put a couple art videos on my watch later. And I finally got around to watching them. And my watch later is super long. It has 3,000 on-watch videos, but half of them, a big majority of them, I don't have any intention of watching. My newest batch of videos I've been keeping up for 2 months, and I'm trying to get through whenever I have the time. I gotta remember to do it because I have a couple of videos on there because I usually watch YouTube when I go to sleep and when I eat breakfast. I don't usually watch YouTube any other time. And I just watch when I brush my teeth in the morning, when I eat breakfast in the morning, and then when I brush my teeth at night, and in bed before sleepy time. And so, psychic electric, just want to make that clear in my brain. Okay, listen. Okay. So, what was I talking about? YouTube, okay. So I watched this drawing YouTube video, and I got introduced to the YouTuber Hopeless Peaches, who's a speed art channel, and I ran out of podcasts, so I put them on my podcast playlist, and I really liked listening to their videos, and I thought they were really good videos, and so you know what, I'm gonna listen. From that I got introduced to the voice chat podcast, because after that I oh yeah, Greninja Ninja Oh Whoa. But they hate that name, but they can't change it because they have 1 million subscribers. Anyway, I like their videos too, but I don't like listening to their speed paint videos just because they're usually a lot more rambly and about the speed paint themselves more than other channels. So I don't really listen to them. I usually listen to the story times, and they had a podcast for a bit, and that was pretty cool, but they stopped, and that was kind of sad. I'm saying a lot because I'm just trying to think through, and I'm playing a video game at the same time. It's not very easy, and also I have to drink water because my throat's super parched. Anyway, I watched her newest video at the time of recording this, and I'm pretty sure it was the one about the fish tank, and I loved that video. It was so entertaining and hilarious. I don't even know if they had any visuals because it was pretty late when I was watching it early. I don't remember which. It was probably one of the two. But it was a really funny video. Funny. It was entertaining, I should say. And so I watched that, and then I was like, oh, she's on a podcast. I better listen out. And it was the Voice Chat podcast. So I listened to episode 23 of that, or whatever her newest episode was. And I liked it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm desperate for podcasts. I'm just gonna put some speed draw videos and this new fabled voice chat podcast on, and I was listening to them, and then as I was watching, I saw the lineup of people on the first episode had 3 people, the Amazing, I hate that name. It's a really bad name in my opinion. Turtle, the main hosts were Rushlight Invader, Amazing, and Laddie. And then the guests, this is where it gets interesting, were some small guy I don't remember, sorry. Excuse me. And guess what? And Turtle Amigo. And I remember Turtle Amigo. He was pretty popular for a bit of time back in 2018, but I looked up Turtle Amigo and I couldn't find any of his own videos anymore. I looked everywhere and I just couldn't find any of them. I found a Turtle Amigo channel with that one picture that has all the sprites of the Pokemon in it as the profile picture with 400 subscribers, but they didn't have any videos on that one, so I'm assuming that's not them. And someone made a channel with that name after Turtle Amigo OG, but not missing, but like deactivated. He must have deactivated it at some point. And I don't know what's going on there. So, like, that made me curious, like, what's going on here? And another, like, thing, I was like, before this, I watched a video on, like Jaden Animation's, like, Rule 34. And I'm not gonna say much about it. I don't think people should be doing it, like, morally. But, I mean, like, once you do that, you start to get into the place where, oh, you can't, like, it starts getting a slippery slope, in my opinion. And I'm just, like, more like, if you want to, you can do it. Just, it's kind of, like, you can do it, just let people make fun of you for it, and that's the price you're paying. It's like, I see someone drawing, like, Storytime YouTuber NSFW, and, like, you have talent, bro. You could do literally anything else. Like, come on. You're making it for baby's first pop-up book, okay? So, like, make it for anyone else. But anyway, that got brought up in the podcast for, that got brought up in the podcast for, that got brought up in the newest Greninja Ninja OO video. I'm just gonna, if I ever mention, I'm gonna hopefully say Reagan, because I just really hate that their names, like, is that bad. That's not their fault, but it is, though. Snapping my fingers. What else can I talk about? Oh, my Minecraft YouTube watching phase. I loved Minecraft YouTubers. They're the main thing I watched. My friend who introduced me Pokemon was like, Pokemon's lame now. You should watch this popular MMOs guy. So I watched popular MMOs. And I watched all of their mod showcases and so much other stuff that they posted. I watched one of their modded survival series, but I ended up dropping it. You know, like all the anime that I watched and never finished. But the main thing that made me remember, I just remember this one YouTuber that I love, but no one else knew. I thought he was like the biggest in the world because I watched every single one of his videos, I'm pretty sure. I remember I was staying up really late one night in my bunk bed that I had all to myself because I begged for a bunk bed because that's what all the kids in the cartoons had. So I was on the top bunk. I was watching a Galacticraft Minecraft mod walkthrough. And it was pre 1.7.10, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it was 1.5 Minecraft. And I didn't play Minecraft, like, other than passing in Pocket Edition until, like, 2015. So those are the Minecraft YouTubers that I watched. I might talk about it later, but let's remind me of this one thing. Elementary school, this one guy had he had Minecraft Pocket Edition on his iPad, while I had Minecraft Pocket Edition on my Kindle Fire. Basically, a Kindle Fire is made for books that can run some Samsung-based apps, and it sucks. No one likes them, because they suck. And they're just book reading devices. And so, I had an app on there that my parents put on that basically could put parental controls on what I could and couldn't do. So basically, I couldn't go on the internet on there. So I would bring the Kindle Fire to school along with my 3DS. We would play Pokemon X during recess, and then we'd play Minecraft Pocket Edition all separately. And this is one kid named. Should I name drop him? I don't even think he remembers me. I have his old phone number back when Pokemon Go was still a thing, but I doubt he would remember me. Anyway, he had Minecraft. He was the popular kid. Like, on where I live, the popular kids are all like the soccer kids. They're all the soccer kids are all the popular kids, and so he was the third grade popular soccer kid. And he had iron doors in Pocket Edition. And so you don't understand how big of a deal that was. Back then, they basically didn't have iron doors. There were wood, there were bricks, there was a small world size, and that's about it. This is like 2013. That's what they had. And so I don't know how he got iron doors in Pocket Edition. But I got jealous. I was like, I want better Minecraft. So I looked at the Kindle Fire game store, and I found Survival Craft. And that's what my sister and I played instead of Minecraft a lot at the time. And so Survival Craft is a Minecraft knockoff that had a lot more features than than Minecraft did on mobile at the time. And so it was basically just the best thing a kid could ask for. You could sleep on the floor whenever you wanted. You could add texture packs inside of the game. You could, because you couldn't do that back then. You couldn't do that back then. You couldn't add skins in Pocket Edition at all. Okay, so there's no password show, sadly. Oh well. Anyway, I played Survival Craft, and at the time, they had a couple of pre-made maps. I just explored around those and maybe built my own things. And they had like community-made texture packs, which was pretty cool for the time. And so that's what I mostly played instead of Minecraft back then. I still remember you could like sleep during the day on the floor, and you could sleep at night on the floor. But there weren't beds, and they had a lot more blocks than Minecraft did on mobile at the time. And they had a feature that Minecraft only just now added. You could dye the signs. Back then, it was like 2013. You could dye signs in this Minecraft knockoff. And a bigger thing is that the models weren't all square. I'm pretty sure they might have had a dinosaur thing, or that might just be my kid imagination talking, but I'm pretty sure they had some sort of dinosaur thing. I don't remember, I don't play that one. But they had like pre-made adventure maps that you can download from the internet. That was really cool. And they had pre-made texture packs, and they had pre-made skins. And so the model for the player character was a lot different than Minecraft's model. It had a low polygon lemon-shaped head. And like funnel like square arms where it got narrower towards the end of the arms. Excuse me. And then it had a it had legs. And the textures were able to be much higher resolution than Minecraft textures. That's not saying much, bro. It's not saying much at all. I just noticed now that I noticed it now from a P. Jiggles video, useless smashbacks. Just now, I realized that, Steve doesn't have his goatee anymore. It took me a long time to realize that, because I just haven't seen a Steve skin in so long, and I didn't grow up with the goatee skin, because you didn't have F3 mode back in the day. Back in the day. You didn't have F3 mode. That wasn't a thing that you could use in Pocket Edition. You just couldn't have it. That wasn't a thing that you had. And so like you never got to see the player model, and you could sometimes play on the same world with other people. Anyway, so like I'm gonna tell another story about Minecraft Pocket Edition. I was at a friend's sleepover, and we live pretty far apart, so we don't see each other often. We used to keep in contact a lot, but we don't really anymore. just because his internet sucks, and his mic sucks, and my mic sucks, and my internet sucks. So overall, just makes everything unplayable and miserable. But ain't his fault. Still love him to death in the homie way. Anyway, I was at his like birthday party, and I was like an annoying kid, so. But like we were playing Minecraft Pocket Edition together, and like it was around when the 1.8 blocks were added. And back then, if you played Pocket Edition, I don't know if you remember, you couldn't go to the Nether, and so the Aether portal for all the other people like who played on PC was the Nether portal was my Aether portal. The Nether portal was mine. I would make a Nether portal out of obsidian, and then get disappointed when it wouldn't. Oh shit! Fuck! I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was my bad for getting too into the story. That's a pain in the ass. We gotta go find Taya and. That's annoying. Bruh, the evolution would have been so powerful too, and we wasted so much time. Oh well. I'm gonna put the Pokemon away, then I have to take another bathroom break and get some more water. Anyway, I'll tell us the story later, the Minecraft Pocket Edition story at my friend's house. We just, god damn it, stop turning off the controller. If my controller didn't turn off, I wouldn't have died there. I know I'm jawning, but still. Held item, take the power bracer. Well, you're going into the grave. Alright, now we need a better Pokemon to replace the ones that we just lost. Out of all these Pokemon, I probably should choose. Let's look at the summary of them. I'm gonna choose after I take a break. I gotta pee really bad. Alright, I'm back. The problem with me is I just didn't have a lot of stories, so I didn't have a lot of experience as a kid. Okay, so we lost the Psychic Fighting type. Current party consists of water, grass, rock, bug, water, psychic, and normal type. So another thing to complement these would probably be a fire type, or something good against grass and bug. So you have a water type that deals with rock. We also don't have anything that deals with psychic type. So we need a. Do I have any dark type here? Gyarados is a water flying. Aerodactyl is a rock flying. Ice flying. Ice could theoretically deal with dragon types and flying types really well, which we don't really have a counter for flying types yet. What is dragon type good against electric? I think we're probably gonna have to send in Roxy. Okay, so I'm gonna continue the story. basically at the time I had a Kindle Fire, and I was still playing the 1.8 version of Pocket Edition. So they still didn't have the Nether yet, I don't think. No, they didn't. And so like basically all the other people's Aether portal experiences were my Nether portal experiences. Me trying to open the Nether portal and realize just didn't work. So I never had Minecraft on the PC until 2015. So it's 1.8 time. It's 1.8. Also, this nose cut, and we want to get rid of cut because Grim nose cut. We gotta teach it Rock Smash instead, which is annoying. I should probably choose Rocks here. I'll probably choose Rock. Rocks will come back in the team when we're able to get to the next city. Anyway, so I'm avoiding the story. I don't know why I am, but I just am avoiding the story. Long story short, the world that this person had was pretty big. It was their world on their mobile device. So, it's a pretty big world. Psychic type could be where I have a psychic type though. You don't really need another water type. Although a ground type could be useful, but it's super weak to grass. Kiko, 40, 70, 85, 60. Attacks higher than special attack by a fuck ton. And if we had a fire fighting, we have to look for a fighting type. Fighting type would be really cool. And I know Yuki shouldn't be the name of that person. This guy's pretty okay. Not really at all though. Fuck. If that guy didn't have a cut, it'd be way better, but alright, well, it's Pan's going in the party. So we're just gonna switch the moves around. Anyway, I'm avoiding the subject, like, a lot. Long story short, the world was really big, and at the time my Kindle Fire couldn't handle that amount of, like, space. And so, it legit I had to close the game every time I loaded an area that was too big for the Kindle Fire. And I remember the reason I mentioned the Nether before is because they had a Nether reactor core, and I used it in creative. I just didn't know how to activate it because I didn't know what it was called. And also for a bit, the Nether reactor core didn't actually have any usability, so I just thought it didn't have anything that it could do. Anyway, so Nether reactor core. We used it for the first time, and at this point, I'm pretty sure I played Minecraft on the PC before at this point. But it was still really cool to see, just to see it in action, like the Nether reactor in action. And I still think it'd be really cool for them to add it, like make it like reusable or some way, just so you can make a redstone farm. Like just in the PC version, I'm pretty sure that'd be way cool. Alright, so let's just reorganize Pan's moves real fast. Pan just needs to level up. So I really don't want him to die. Please don't die. It'd be really annoying if you did. Its attack is lower than special attack though, which makes everything annoying. Which means that Earth Power might be more useful than Rock Smash. So we're gonna label it like that. We probably should get everyone held items just to prevent them from dying as much. Let's just check everyone's moves. We'll talk about stories later. 40 attack. So attack's better. So that means it only has 2 attacking moves, and power up's the only good one. Muddy Water is pretty good for multiple hits, and Bubble's pretty good at lowering speed. So this character's overall pretty good. Special attack is way higher than attack. So it's Stonehenge is really good. It's really, really good. Silverwind is also really good too. I'm probably gonna switch these two around because Stonehenge is a bit more situational. Ancient Power is not that good, and Cut is awful. But yeah, Zen Headbutt is really good. Even though it has a higher special attack step, it's only by 2 points. And it also hasn't learned any special attack moves by level up at all. This guy's set. And Penelope's set, okay? Okay. We're going to continue grinding. We just gotta prevent our team from being wiped again, because that would suck if it got wiped again. I'm really bad at holding a conversation and streaming by myself. I'm good at the copy podcast. I think it was relatively good. I really want a water cooler in my room. Like, you know the ones you see in office buildings? Unfortunately, we had a lot of Pokemon die ever since I've been streaming. Maybe it's bad streaming luck. I heard that was a thing. It's the Let's Play curse. I haven't heard that in a long time because Let's Plays haven't been popular in a long time. I feel like the Game Grumps could have still done game stuff if they just streamed and posted a clips like Call Me Carson. Call Me Carson's a bad example. He doesn't really... No, he does on Call Me Carson Live. But I feel like they would have been a lot more successful if they did that compared to doing the Game Grumps Power Hour. I don't like the Power Hour all that much. It's not very fun. I still catch myself going back and watching their older clips just to, you know, experience. Because the Game Grumps were a relatively big part. Just the Game Grumps animated, though. I never watched any of their Let's Plays. I only watched the animated, and, yeah, I never watched any of their Let's Plays before. I've never watched a Game Grumps Let's Play. Have I? I'm trying to think back. I don't think I have. I watched Sugar Conroy a lot. And I watched Sugar Conroy's original Paper Mario N64 speed Let's Play. I mean, like, 10-minute limit time. I remember him saying that over and over again. It was the OG one. And, like, he has so much stuff now. And I really want to watch his content, but it's just too boring for me. I really wish... Like, I love that guy, bro. I haven't caught up with him ever since I stopped watching. But still, that guy is, like, amazing. I wish he had about a, I don't know, like a different thing. Not a different thing, but, like, wished he had more of him, I guess. Because I think I watched the Mario Party. Yeah, I watched a bit of his Mario Party and, Dokapon Kingdom relatively recently, because I found out about Dokapon Kingdom through Peanut Butter Gaming, who I liked a lot at the time, and I still like a bit now, but I don't... His content's kind of gotten a bit duller, I guess. Oh god, this game is slow without holding on the speed up button. Goodness gracious, and the controller, it's a bit slower, especially when the controller disconnects. Oh yeah, I really wanted to find Dokapon Kingdom, and so I really tried to get Dokapon Kingdom running in an emulator, because the copies for that game in all Atlas games, like on the Wii, are expensive, bro, because they barely produced any of them, because the Wii was not a big seller for Atlas games, yet they still decided to release it on there instead of any other platform. I don't know why, they just didn't sell well, and so they're really rare now. I just really wanted to play Dokapon Kingdom, but the problem is I've never liked Mario Party or Dokapon Kingdom or any game like that, just because I never had friends close by to me. I've always had to play games over the internet, and I didn't have the chance to play any games with other people until Minecraft and PS4 Destiny, like, 1. Like, and I was awful at Destiny 1. I was stupid, too. And so I couldn't aim. Magnitude, what, how good is Magnitude? So, how good are you? Its power varies. I'm gonna get rid of Earth Power for Magnitude. Also, what the Pan Strength is probably should give him. I need to give everyone items. I need a better cord for this. Like, Jesus Christ. Items. I'm a pretty big Sonic fan. I've played Sonic for a while. Actually, I'm just gonna look at everyone's thing summary and just look at their things. But I played Pokemon for quite a Sonic. I've liked Sonic for quite a while, and I've just been a pretty big fan of Sonic. And my first Sonic game was a really bad game. I just thought, oh, I'm too young to play it. It was Sonic and the Secret Rings, and that game sucked. Like a lot, bro. It like sucked a lot. Alright, we're gonna get... Okay. I'm just trying to think about what to give everyone. No, these three need items. I could give him the rock incense that increases the power of rock type moves. Give him the power bracer that increases the power of its attack, but that's not a good thing at all. Metronome's not good. Choice Scarf isn't good right now, not for this strategy. Wise Glasses or Power Lens so far are the only ones that seem worth it. Hardstone. Hardstone seems like a good one. Lax Incense, maybe. Probably gonna give a, probably just gonna give it the Power Lens to level up with. What's it holding? Clearance tag. Okay, I don't know what that was. We're gonna give it an item. Its highest stat is its special, sadly. So I'm just gonna give it the... It's a ground type. We don't have a ground type incense. Right? It's pure ground type. Yep. Sad. Okay. Item. We need to give it some sort of item though. I'm just gonna give it the Lax, not Sticky Barb. Sticky Barb's not an item I want. So I was a bit quiet. I had to read all the things and weigh the options, and also my voice hurts a lot. I'm just gonna give it the... I need to check... What was it better at? It's better at attack, so I'm gonna give it a Miracle Seed. Okay, now everyone has an item, so less people are gonna die. Cool, okay. We're gonna be streaming for around another hour and 20 minutes-ish. I just talked to guys reading chat, but there's no one in chat. Sad. Nah, I don't wanna. Okay, so I don't have anything else to tell, though. I kind of haven't experienced many stories that I really want to share, just because most of them involve me being extra cringe. The other day, before I got surgery, I just got surgery for something minor, but beforehand, after I got the test for COVID, No, it was before that. I was exercising. And so I was exercising on the trampoline I have. And so a couple days before, I did 4 minutes of sit-ups to a Weezer song, and I had like soreness on my muscles for 3 days, which I think that's really weird. 4 minutes of exercise, feel it for 3 days. I don't think that's normally a thing that happens. I don't know, I'm not a medical professional. Anyway, I was sore, kind of, and so I was like, no, I'm gonna get some more exercise and more cardio. So I jumped on the trampoline for 8 minutes, and I felt miserable. Because I have asthma, but I normally don't mention it because it hasn't flared up in a while, but it flared up there for like a good portion of time, and it just felt like hell. It was awful, bro. It was like not very fun. Like I was hard to breathe. Like the air tasted like blood around 4 minutes in. That's normal when I exercise. That's normally why I don't do it, because the air tastes like blood and it hurts, and my mouth gets dry and it tastes like blood, and that's just not really a good recipe for having a good time. So I normally don't exercise, and so I want to exercise because I want to get legs eventually, because I'm really sad and lonely. Just wah, wah, wah. Listen to the grown man cry. Problem with this team composition is everyone has awful HP stats. Except for Penelope. Penelope's the only one who can really tank a hit safely. Oh boy. This one time I was playing Minecraft on my laptop, because I used to have an old channel. After this I needed to take a break to get more water. My throat's so dry. Anyway, I had an old channel. On that old channel, I did Pokemon. I did a Pokemon Blue Randomizer Nuzloke, and I kept getting screwed over. And I eventually quit when I ended up getting my new computer because I couldn't transfer the save file. And it was the original plan just to give that old computer to someone else. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna finish the story first, and then I'll go for a bit. But I was gonna get that old computer to someone else, and so I don't have that save file anymore because I factory reset it recently. But it's also really annoying because like I had really cool Minecraft world on there, modded Minecraft world that I put a lot of time into. But oh well, my bad for erasing it and not finding a way to move it over. But anyways, on that channel, I was it was Pokemon Nuzlocke, right? What was I talking about? What was I talking about, bro? I'm gonna open the stream and into other things so I can see what the hell I was talking about. I just wanna know what I was talking about, bro. Oh, fuck. The volume's super quiet. Oh, fuck. The volume's super quiet. Well, that's a pain. I'm gonna increase the gain. Well, that's a pain. Okay, so this should be pretty loud. Okay, so this should be pretty loud. Okay, I think this is good. I'm gonna turn the okay, I think this is good. I'm gonna turn the okay. Peter Piker picked a pack of pickled peppers. He picked this pack of pickled peppers to go on a pickle pepper journey across pickled pepper land. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. He picked this pack of pickled peppers to go on a pickle pepper journey across pickled pepper land. Okay. Okay, so that. Okay. Okay, so that. Alright, this should be good for the audio on the Pokemon. Alright, sorry for the bad audio and it's sucking a lot. I thought it was good because I heard it in passing. This should be good for the audio on the Pokemon. Alright, sorry for the bad audio and it's sucking a lot. I sound like Jim Charles. Passing. This should be good for. Alright, I want to go take a break and get some water. I'm so thirsty, bro. Like, super thirsty. The one time I was AFK, I get a second viewer. You know, that's pretty. By a second, I mean an only viewer. You know, the only time I'm AFK. That's cool. You know. Pretty sick. Closing my window because it's cold. And it's dry. It's so dry. Holy smoke, is it dry. Califiers and Fuller of I'm gonna play the game now. I'm just gonna grind the game, bro. Game's going to Grinder Town. We're going to grind, bro. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, bro? Okay. That's not very safe. Please don't die. I'm begging you, please don't die. This is not very cool. I'm gonna change because I don't really want to die today. No. Okay. Please kill it. Thank God. Okay. We're not dying today. Okay. Fuck. Okay. So, we gotta level up there. I'm gonna go heal because I don't want to die because dying sucks. I don't want to lose 2 Pokemon today. So in case anyone wants to know, aka all 0 of you who like actually give a shit, last stream, my 3 Pokemon that I've had with me since the beginning of this run. No, actually no, one of them, they've been pretty, all of them were pretty early on. One from Slowpoke Well, one from Bellsprout Tower, and the other one from just my actual starter. They all died, and then today while I was grinding, the motherfucking, god damn, I forgot his fucking name, Taya. Taya's the Pokemon's nickname, but I forgot what the species of it was. It was the Psychic Fighting type in Gen 3. It was that one. Yeah, that guy died. Which was pretty cool, you know, had a fun time. So I replaced him with Donphan, because I was going to replace him with a Cloyster I had ever since Iliax Forest, but I couldn't because I already knew Cut, and I'm going to have to wait to introduce that to the team until after I get an Ice TM and until after I get to Blackthorn City so I can make things forget things. And that's going to take a while. Okay. Let's see here. Right, Biscuit, you're gonna go out and you're gonna kick its ass. Why? I said so. You know, spelling has never been my strong suit. I probably haven't improved spelling since 5th grade, maybe. Because I tell this all the time, but it's true. I didn't know how to spell girl consistently till 7th grade. And, stay in school, kids. Unless you're in America, in which case, stay in school, but be miserable about it, because the education system is awful. Every school I have been to has been the most low-budget thing ever. The only school with an actual budget I ever went to was one of my elementary schools. Every single school I've been to has been like a small school. And I don't know how, because I literally live in a suburb right outside the city. And so I don't know how that's a thing. Like, you know, like, normally, like, you associate small, crappy schools with either the slums, I guess. Are slums still a thing? I'm so ignorant for saying that, but, like, in the slums, or, like, out in the country, but, like, I'm in the suburbs, bro. And the schools are all, like, the small ones, not the big ones you see in, like, American Pie or whatever, or on the Disney Channel. Nah, it's, like, a repurposed Chase building. And it's pretty freaky, bro. Not freaky, just not cool. The thing about Pan is that it's very weak to flying types, just because nothing it has can hit them. 18, I don't want to die. Because Flareon's really dangerous, and I might add it onto the team eventually. I really would like to, but I don't want to. I want to wait a bit. 'Cause, like, I'll probably add it on next, just because it has such a cool moveset. And with the randomizer, it has that one move where it just makes everyone surrounded by flames and die and not be able to switch out. And just, I haven't killed any of my Pokemon, but it's a pretty strong guy. Oh, fuck yeah, I love being burned, bro. Burn Notice? Bro, I used to watch Burn Notice back in, like, 5th grade with my parents. It was pretty cool until we stopped watching it and I was too lazy to catch up. That's a trend, in case anyone wants to know. What else can I talk about, bro? Alright, so I played a lot. I mean, a lot of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The one I played through first was Omega Ruby, and that one was just the one I loved. I loved that game as a kid, and, like, I look back on it now, it's an okay game. It's probably worse than OG Gen 3. Like, is there a mod for, like, the Gen 3 games to give it the aspect ratio of, like, Gen 4? Because if so, that'd be a really cool way to play, just because I really don't like the aspect ratio of the Game Boy Advance. What else could I say? Oh, and I lost a viewer. Cool. Sick. Awesome. Tubular. Amazing. Anyway, my first Nuzloke was a series of blue randomizer Nuzlocks that never got past anything. Because I was stupid and I forgot. I did multiple of them. I started one. I did like one group of runs, like on stream, and I was streaming on my old Twitch account on my dead account due to the Twitter being an old account of an old account of an old account that was linked to some things I don't want it linked to, and so I ended up scrapping that channel. Long story short, that channel, I streamed Pokemon on that channel. And I still have around 2 of the streams, or 2 or 3 of the streams, saved on that channel. So it was really annoying to do anything with that channel. I don't know why I keep saying that channel. It's kind of annoying. And also, I lost the email for the copy podcast thing. So whenever we do a copy podcast, it's not going to be able to be put there on the channel that says the copy podcast. So the password got like lost because someone in the Discord channel decided to delete the pin that had the password on it. Cool. Okay, World won us out. Sweet. So my group chat with my friends has always been called the copy podcast featuring blank. So for example, it might be featuring Belle Delphine foot pics if that's like the meme at the time, or it might be featuring My Little Pogchamp, or might be featuring like an inside gag that we have. So right now it's featuring Pokemon Sword and Shield Review Club. Because one time I got so heated about how Pokemon Sword and Shield were awful. Like awful for everyone involved. They went on a rant for like half an hour and made my friend leave the call and like not call me again for like a couple of weeks, bro. So that was like a trip. Damn, bro, it's been 20 minutes and one of my boys was like, yo, 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 what's up? Here comes Pac-Man. Oh. An hour and a half streams all by myself aren't really good. Because they just aren't very fun to listen to. Especially when the gameplay's kind of lacking. Because, you know, I'm just grinding. You know, it's just grinding. And it's not really fun to listen to a person talk to themselves for an hour and a half when you're not funny and there's not a chat. I feel like if you're trying to stream, this is coming from a guy who's never got anything with streaming before. I feel like if you're trying to stream, you have to stream with other people until you have somewhat of an audience. Because if you're streaming you have to either be A, really good at a game, B, be really, really, really funny, or 3, be with someone else to bounce off of. Otherwise, it just won't work. Because you're talking to yourself. Like, if you're not knowledgeable in a game and you're just playing it for funsies, you know, like I am right now, it's not very entertaining to listen to by yourself. Unless something happens. The main reason I'm live streaming this is mostly just to record what happens so I can show my friends the clip whenever I get mad and lose a Pokemon. That's mainly the only reason I'm doing this. But I feel like you have to have someone to bounce off of. Because it's really hard to bounce off of yourself. And I feel like if you're knowledgeable about a game, you might as well just do like a Chugger Conroy walkthrough of it. Because those have such high production value, and like, I don't know, but I kind of just want to get a source of income just so I can give him money just to keep doing what he does, even if he doesn't get any views. It's like, He still gets a lot of views, I'm pretty sure. I check real fast, but like, I'm pretty sure he still gets a good number of views. Do I follow him on Twitter? Please say I follow him on Twitter. I don't. I gotta follow him on Twitter. Okay, I'm following him on Twitter. I watched a bit of the Runaway guys, but I just couldn't get into it as much. I watched the Runaway guys thing. He still gets a good amount of views on a lot of his thing. On a lot of his Let's Plays. He's doing a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 one. He just got done with a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon EX one. The Kirby one, Mario Galaxy. He's done Mario Galaxy like 4 times, bro. He's done Mario Galaxy like 4 times. Oh yeah, he got me to buy a used cartridge of Pokemon Black and White to play along with him. I'm not saying like he went into DMs on me on Twitter and then like said buy it now, but like he inspired me to buy a cartridge, and I got to the first gym and I got bored and I stopped playing. So I wasted $20 on a Pokemon Black cartridge, no, Pokemon White cartridge that I just haven't like played. I just haven't played it at all, just because I didn't want to. Oh, I'm almost finished with Chrono Trigger, bro, and I just haven't got back at it ever since I started playing Pokemon. So I have a Chrono Trigger cartridge for DS, and I am so close to the end of the game, bro. I am so close. And it was a used cartridge from GameStop, and so the funny thing about that is just that the person who owned it before me grinded to level 40 in like the first area, in like the castle area where you get kidnapped in that game. And in case you guys don't know Chrono Trigger, that's a pretty high level for Chrono Trigger like that in the game. It's a pretty decent amount of just things in that. That's a big level in that game. Oh, okay. I just remember this one memory looking at that. Oh my god. I used to watch Stampy and Iballistic Squid. And so, at the time, I was playing the game, and I caught a Tentacool and a Skitty. I think that's what its name is. The Pokemon I just fought. Anyway, I've caught a Tentacool and a Skitty. And I put them both in the daycare. And I'm like, I named them Stampy and Ballistic Squid. And that was the whole headcanon. They're just in the daycare together playing Minecraft. That was the whole thing. Now I look back and I'm like, oh my god. I put them in the gay sex camp. And I'm like so annoyed. Like, not annoyed, but just like, yeah. Speaking of annoyed at things, I'm annoyed that all the Minecraft YouTubers I used to watch in a day are making Roblox videos. Roblox and Fortnite videos. I am just kind of mad at them for doing that. Because they cared about Minecraft, and then oh, well, I guess I had another viewer that I wasn't aware of, because the view count just went down, bro. It just went down. It's only one viewer, but on the chart, bro, I'm looking at the chart while I'm streaming in case there's a chat, which no one talks in the chat, and I don't know why. In case there's like a review. It just went down, bro. It's just like a really steep downfall, and I think that's really funny. I think I punched a kid in elementary school for not letting me get on the swing for a week. He like hogged the swings against all the other kids. I'm like, you should give me the swing. At least that's how I remembered it, and how I told my mom to get her on my side to talk to the principal about it and make that be like that. But like, I punched the guy on the swing. Or I pushed him or something. I don't know. Oh, there was this one guy I hated back in like 4th grade. Back when 4th grade I was considered like the old kids, the big kids, bro. God, I used to remember that. I used to remember like imagining 6th graders as big kids, and I honestly hate that sentiment. I didn't even think about 15-year-olds, bro. I didn't think about them at all. Anyway, just one kid I hated. I don't remember his face at all, and I probably wouldn't recognize him if like I saw him again. I'm pretty sure he looked like Steve Urkel a bit. I'm pretty sure he looked slightly like Steve Urkel, and looked like we did not get along. He was another one of the sports kids. I might be mistaking him for someone else, but like he was just a guy, right? I didn't like him. We didn't get along all that well because like I just didn't like him for being a sports kid. Because I thought all sports kids were lame for wanting to do sports. Anyway, there was a wasp about to hit me, and I didn't know what to do, and I was panicking. This kid's like, "Okay, I got you," and he slapped me to get the wasp to scare it away. So instead of like clapping, he just like slapped me for a bit and like saved me from the wasp. And I was like, the one time I was glad to get slapped. No, it landed on my nose. It wasn't flying around me. It landed on my nose. It was about to get me, and so he like slapped my face to get it to go away. And I was like, "Bro, thank you. That's the most bro move I've ever seen you do." Yeah. Probably should switch to Krabby for this. Oh, I guess the dip in the views was a mistake. I guess because like, I guess I'm my own one concurrent viewer. So I'm only had one viewer at once, and so I guess the YouTube thing just sorted itself out. I don't know what that was about. That was really weird. Alright. I'm gonna go heal at the Pokemon Center one last time, and then I gotta pee again. I'm sorry, bro. I'm drinking a lot of water. I'm drinking a lot of water, bro. I'm drinking like a lot of water. Be right back. Okie dokie, yarn. Okay, I'm back. I do a bit of it. Oh, and it did the thing again. I don't know why it's doing that dipping thing. It's really weird. I don't know why it does that. Doesn't make really much sense. So this has just been the stream where I've grinded for almost 2 hours. So I drew for 4 hours today, and I made the drawing worse. I talked about this earlier in the stream, but I just made the drawing I was making look way. I made myself realize how bad it looked originally. Because I draw really inefficiently. I've probably spent around 16 hours on this one drawing, and it looks really bad. It's just like it's that little OC gamer girl gnome elf. No, it's that one OC gnome thing that I posted on Twitter a couple days ago, but like in a different pose, holding a cell phone. The whole purpose of the pose is supposed to be them holding a cell phone and looking down, at the phone, but I just couldn't get a good. Couldn't get a good. I tried. I drew the. Alright, here's how I drew it. I spent a long time like mimicking an anatomy doll to make that like out of the base parts. I then drew over it with the base body, with the little I know about human anatomy, and I then drew a sketch. I started sketching over it, I think. That's what I did. No, yeah, I sketched over it. And now I was sketching over that today. I realized how awful it looked. It looks so bad, bro. It looks so bad. It just doesn't look nice. And I'm like, why did I take me this long to notice? I'm gonna probably have to restart that tomorrow. But I spent 4 hours like trying to sketch over this thing and make it look better, but it just didn't end up working. I was listening to a Hopeless Speeches video, and like they were like legit like they're doing. I was listening. I hate this lisp so much. Fuck you, Brady. Fuck you for giving it to me. You're probably a cool dude. You probably play soccer, and you're probably gonna end up at an office job like me. Hehe. Anyway, Hopeless Speeches Q&A. Watching their Q&A, and they were talking about how long. Someone asked them, how long does it take for you to do a drawing? And she said, for the more detailed ones, 4 hours. But I do it in 20-minute intervals over like a series of days. And I'm like, what the how? How have you done like art, like good art that looks like a character that you could actually use like on a D&D sheet or something in 4 hours? But how am I this bad that 4 hours for a simple caricature that couldn't even account to loud house categories probably took me over 4 hours to make all the whole process for one of theirs? Like, this made me so like realize how awful I am like as a person and at art. So I'm a pretty shitty person. I compare myself to others, and I have a hard time talking to other people. Just because I am always either over-eager, over-comfortable with the other person, and then, like, they're not comfortable with me. Oh, that's a pretty good move. Shit. Sand 2 or Sand Attack? 95, and it gets them for multiple turns? Fuck, that's way better than Sand Attack, I'm sorry. Derek, some black guy. Okay, well, we're gonna move the moves around on Pan Pan then. Okay. Bro, I don't like Sword and Shield at all. The fossil Pokemon are goofy. A lot of the Pokemon are goofy and stupid, bro. Like, Pokemon have just gotten worse over time. And they made an already easy game easier, and I don't know how that's possible. Like, it's like you slice bread in half and then sell half sliced bread, you know? And then people still buy it because it's from Wonder Bread, and everyone loves Wonder Bread, and so they buy it instead of the full sliced bread. And so you just get less bang for your buck. They sell you like 12 slices of half sliced bread, so you're actually getting 6 slices, and the bread's already half moldy, but it's still the best selling bread they've ever sold. And I probably shouldn't have done that, but it gave me a lot more XP. But I just really am scared of having this little HP, of having 63 HP and getting caught in that fire, like, matrix vortex, whatever the fuck it's called. Heat wave. I'm not worried about if it survives. Next time I'll see a Flareon, I'll tell you what it is I'm worried about. She spin. My favorite Pokemon is Oshawott, bro. I've always had a soft spot for Oshawott ever since I saw it in the motherfucking Unova anime. That was the main anime I watched through reruns and on YouTube and stuff. Because this Pokemon never had anime, never had the shows on any streaming service. It was only on Cartoon Network, really. I have the last part of Pokemon Johto on DVD, but only like the last half of it on DVD, and so it would make no sense to watch any of it, so I haven't even opened it. It's still saran sealed behind me. Alright, so that Pokemon is called Skitty. Oh yeah. I'm not gonna talk about that on stream. That's too personal. I'm not gonna talk about that. Never mind. I really just want... I'm gonna pull off an Eddie Mercury here. I just really want somebody to love. Find me somebody to love. I work hard every day of my life. I wanna try, and everybody else be looking down. I'm gonna look what the move reminder does to make sure I haven't been screwing myself over. Okay, good. Okay. So it's not moves that it specifically forgets. It's a move that it just teaches moves that it can learn by level up. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm a lot of water again, bro. I'm so thirsty. For both water and for women. Oh yeah, I watched the original Remy not Remy, is it? God damn it. God, I'm such... What's it called? I'm not gonna show it on stream because it's definitely not very cool, but I have the "Hi, I'm Reggie" thing. And I just didn't know that it was actually just...
My name is Reggie.
It was actually just... Prawn. I didn't know it was that. I didn't know it was Prans. I actually didn't know. I just didn't know. I've never seen the source, and I saw it today. I'm like, oh, that's pretty weird. Not weird, but just more like... Why are they like shaped like bamboo shoots, bro? I'm like, is that how they're shaped in real life? I don't think so. And also, that person's Twitter account got memed so hard, I don't think it's up anymore. Oh, you know, just send me with Whirlwind. That's cool. I hate Whirlwind. It's literally useless. Whirlwind and Teleport are literally useless. Teleport should just be fly. It doesn't need to exist. All it does is just make life harder for people catching Abras. Oh, also, apparently... They're finally making another Kadabra card again. Magma Storm. That's the name of the move. That's really cool and super good. Bro, I had the worst luck ever. I had Darkrai. I had all the Pokemon for the first routes of this run were like legendary, which means you couldn't catch them with normal Pokeballs, especially like in the first route of grass after you get the Pokeball. get the. Uh oh. 9-2 isn't good. Okay. Uh oh. Please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. Okay. Please just kill them. Kill them, please. Okay. That was scary. We're gonna go heal. Oh yeah. Probably should mention that the moves that the Pokemon learn in this are all randomized except for HMs. Every Pokemon can learn every HM. Just because you can get literally any Pokemon and have a team full of Pokemon that literally can't learn HMs, and I would like soft lock you. Okay. The Safari Zone is useless in a Nuzloke, bro. Here's my opinion. If the protagonist has like a character-driven story, for example, in Genshin Impact, the main character's goal is to find their brother or sister if you're a stupid loser and play the male guy. You're trying to find your brother, but it's a silent protagonist that you name yourself. Which I think if they have a character-driven story, you shouldn't be able to name them. Especially if the rest of the game has voice acting. If it doesn't, it makes a bit more sense that they can just say your name, because in Genshin Impact they just call you Traveler. Like, either they just don't give the character a name then, and just keep them completely silent. Either have them talk and not let you get them a name, or not talk and let you give them a name. Also, I just hate the whole silent protagonist thing. It's so annoying. Like, you can have it so they're few words, but like, Zelda games, fine. They're pretty fun. They tell a good story, all things considered. Oh my goodness. Oh no. I just remember this one thing I did as a kid. I wrote Zelda Toon Link fan fiction with a self-insert for writing class. Oh my god. It's not gonna be found because it's on a special program that's now gone. That was from my school, but it was literally a guy called Purple. It was just a purple guy in a Link costume, and he had a sibling named Red, and it was just Zelda fanfiction. I didn't even play Zelda games. I didn't even play any Zelda game other than Wind Waker, and I never beat it, and I still haven't. That was the literally only Zelda game I've ever played at that point. And I still made a Zelda fanfiction. I don't know why. Why'd I make a Zelda fanfiction? I should have just wrote my own story. We're switching. I don't want to have to go to Pokemon Center again. Okay. We're gonna fly back to the Pokemon Center and then I gotta pee again. Sorry, I know. I know it's really annoying for everyone and all the people watching, and also just for hosting this as a VOD later. But I just gotta go, bro. And I gotta get more water. I'm super thirsty and I'm gotta pee. Also, there's a setting. I hate how the Pokemon names are capitalized in all caps. It looks so super stupid. So I got rid of that feature in this. I'll be right back. I'm calling my friend now just because he said, yo, give me 20 minutes at 6:38. It's been an hour. I'm calling him. What if you got the banger Discord ringer, but like you were in streamer mode and so it just didn't play and you never knew? Well, P didn't answer. That's really cool. You know, I'm gonna stay in here till it kicks me out, so I'm gonna stay in here for 5 minutes all by myself. If he doesn't join relatively soon, I'm probably just not gonna do anything. I'm probably not do any. I'm probably gonna end the stream because I'm getting kind of tired. I've been streaming for 2 hours basically. I haven't really done a over 2 hour stream ever. I only don't play 2 hours of Pokemon. I usually play around 1 hour of Pokemon. This is such slow grinding too. Oh my god. So slow grinding, bro. Send the pan. Send the pan. Then send Biscuit. Biscuit takes the fire damage because it doesn't do much against him. Okay. I think my least favorite design in the Moemon hack so far is probably that Burmy we saw like last time. Bro, it was just a bush and black hair and eyes, bro. It was not very flattering, bro. 37. Why is dive? Bro, how good is dive? 50. I'm gonna do a little TM search real fast. In what games can dive be used out of battle? Okay, yeah. So, dive is not really worth learning here. Doesn't do much damage, and you can't really use it outside of, can't use it outside of Hone and Unova. Okay. Well, we're gonna end the stream here. I'm tired as balls, and I don't want to do it anymore. So we're gonna go back to the Pokemon Center, and we're gonna fucking do that. We're gonna have to grind for like 3 more streams, which is kind of annoying. Oh well. I'm tired. Okay, well, let's go heal the Pokemans and then stop. You guys could probably tell that I'm not like super low energy right now, because the only thing that keep me streaming for 2 hours instead of normal 1 hour or 1 hour and a half is because my friend said, hey, I can join in like 20 minutes. It's like Small Ant 1 with his time. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching. See you all next time. Tomorrow.